Josh, I just called with you. I'm not sure if is it your penultimate one or was that the last 12 round sparring camp?
We'll see. We're well in front, so it all comes down to Johnny Kebab. He's the man with the plan.
It's not Johnny Kebab, it's Timmy.
Oh, that is true. Sorry, yeah. The nickname that me and Reese gifted him. Yeah, it all comes down to our Timmy. You know, he calls the shots, and he judges where we are. You know, obviously there's a stage where weight's coming down, and you know, the last couple of sessions and fatigue starts kicking in. Not that we're overcooking, but it's a fine balance, and obviously we've been doing it a long time. You know, you can't do too much. Listen, we're always in the gym, and that's one thing you don't want to do. You don't want to overcook.
Yeah.
You want to save the bit for the night. So listen, I'm ready.
You look great, mate. You look great,
you know?
And I rate Leigh Wood. I really do. I remember first coming across him when he beat a kid called Ryan Doyle for the Commonwealth.
Yeah, no, Ryan, yeah.
And Ryan was a tough man. I think you did rounds with him years ago, didn't you?
Yeah, I think we did a sparring.
Yeah. And Ryan just said, you know, that man hits hard.
Yeah.
He hits really hard. But obviously we're not talking tactics or anything like this. But for me, I'm very confident, and I'm even more confident after watching you spar today. I think your style is all wrong for Leigh Wood. But not taking anything away from Leigh Wood, I do really rate him. But I think you've got this style that you could be like his bogeyman.
Yeah, I mean, some people may talk about his recent success, but let's fully break that down. You know, he boxed my gym mate Reese Mould. I can make many excuses for Reese. You know, he certainly wasn't at heavyweight. You know, Leigh went on to stop Reese. Then he got the opportunity against Kanju. Again, not taking out away from Leigh's performance.
It was a brilliant performance against
Kanju. It was a fantastic performance, boxed really well. But when you dissect Kanju's record, what the monster that, you know, everyone were making out to be, I don't know how the hell it was rated number 3 in the Ring Weight rankings, and I think he has recently just been beat again. Then after that, he boxed Michael Conlon. Again, massive fucking bollocks, massive art, but Michael Conlon, who's a super bantamweight, you know, not a big puncher, had him on his backside, had him wobbled, had him hurt many times. Leigh showed massive art to keep him going, but could he have kept on going against a puncher? Someone who really packs a punch. I mean, that one Conlon's fight, Conlon didn't stand and trade, but he was standing and trading with Leigh. And Leigh comes back and stops him. Yeah, granted, brilliant. Like I say, massive art, massive bollocks. If that had gone that final round, would he got the decision? I'm not too sure. Then you have the next fight after that. You know, Michelle Lara. You know, Leigh looks well in stages, but in the day,
well, I think he had a dodgy start, didn't he?
He got knocked out, didn't he?
Yeah.
You know, then he got knocked out.
But he was in control of the fight when he did get knocked out.
Yeah.
He had took control of the fight, and you thought, oh, well, that was it.
The record book show that he gets knocked out. So you know, there's 2 fights there consecutively. He's been on his backside. You know, so yeah, he has had a decent run, and then he won the rematch. But you know, my best run for me is 30 fights unbeaten, and you know, a reign of fucking 11 years, boxed in the best champions, former champions, and you know.
How do you perceive yourself now? Because listen, it took you 16 fights to get your first stoppage, and then if you look at your career from then onwards, it's good 50+%. Do you think you're a puncher now?
I wouldn't consider myself a puncher, but listen, I'm comfortable with myself in there. You know, you speak to the lads in gym, you speak to the lads I spar with. Anybody who I've sparred with will comment on the punch power. You know, and we're wearing 14 6-ounce gloves. You know, bigger guards, and they comment on it. You know, like sometimes I spar these lightweights, and they're a lot heavier than what I'm walking around it.
Yeah.
I guess for a lot of my career, it was a case of just get through the next one, you know, building this big thing, building the world title thing, and it was just a case of getting through the fights unscathed. For a long time I probably wanted a featherweight. You know, now I'm a full fledged featherweight, and
you probably could have started your career as a bantamweight, couldn't you?
Yeah, no, but these days I'm I'm sitting down on my punches. I'm a strong featherweight. I'm a big featherweight.
I was looking. Obviously sparring there, and the kids were bigger lads than you. But it's the first time I'm looking at you now as a super featherweight, and I don't think you're as little. I used to say to people, you very rarely see a world champion who's small for the weight, and I used to class you as one of them. But I don't know more. You're in phenomenal shape.
Yeah, and all right. My record doesn't say it. You know that. You know I'm not a big puncher.
Yeah, very unprofessional. That the battery went out. Where were we up to? What were you saying then, Josh?
You're talking about punching. And,
your punching power.
Punching power. Let's say, let's say there were a stage where a lot of my wins have come against stoppage wins have come when it matters most. It's a lot of Leigh's wins have been classed against. And again, I've fucking been nitpicky here, but you've got Latvians who've got 3 wins and fucking 75 losses, and you can't take pride in that. Yeah, everyone punches at this level, Leigh, but he's been able to punch, he's been able to box, been able to move, been able to speed, been able to fitness, but it's also been able to roll with the punch as well. Now, how many punches have I been in with?
Well,
and I look at like the shot that broke my jaw against Martinez. That was the same shot that put Kigalad to sleep. Would Leigh have fucking still been on his feet after being hit by that? I'm not too sure. I'm really not too sure. So, I'm confident in what I can do, and I know, alright, I might have that one punch go to sleep, Prince Nazim punch power, but I know I hit hard enough and I can keep it going as well from round 1 to round 12. I'll fucking hit you just as hard in round 1 as I do in round 12, so I'm confident of that.
And your pace is very similar from round 1 as it is in round 12.
Yeah, exactly.
If not, if anything, it's even more in the final rounds. Like I said, in the loss to Lopez, people were questioning whether there's anything left or not. And I've always said to people, how can you question if there's anything left when you finish a fight the way you did?
Exactly.
Fight that you threw away the first 6 rounds, and then but I understand why you obviously you're recovering from a damaged hand and a broken jaw, and you're a little bit tentative. You didn't fight the fight that you normally done, and as you've seen what Lopez has gone on to do since, like you said with Conlon, and I think it was it last weekend he went out and won again, defended his world title against Gonzalez.
Lopez,
so I don't think people appreciate you in the same way. They all think you're washed up and this is time for Leigh Wood to shine. But I also didn't realise, I was just looking on BoxRec, Leigh Wood's older than you.
Yeah, he's 3 years older than me. He's 35, so I'm 32. So he's got a few years.
You're still a baby then, aren't you, mate?
Yeah, I'm still young, and obviously I think it's maybe the case of I've been at this level for a long time. People forget I've been maybe not forget. I've been headlining shows since fucking 2012, 2013. It's over 10 years. I took on up to over 10 years.
Well, when I first met you, you was already a champion then. I think you were picking up the European. You'd already won the English and the British and the Commonwealth, and you were going for the European, mate.
Yeah, well, this is it. And like I say, I've been here a while. And obviously,
do you still feel fresh though?
I do. And do you know what? Probably a couple of years overdrawn, because I did say to my missus that I retired at 30 because I'd more or less achieved, or I was on course to achieve everything I wanted to. Probably would have achieved them other goals like being undisputed or becoming a fucking 2-weight world champion, and probably wanted to be three-weight world champion, but hunger's always there. But yeah, in terms of physicality, my boxing brain is better than ever. I can do 12 rounds no problem. My strength and thinking and just all my boxing ability has grown. It used to be a case of just throw as many punches as possible, and as soon as that bell rang, and these days it's a little bit more thinking, a bit more educated. So yeah, I feel like I've grown well. I feel these are my prime years.
If everything goes well on the 7th, and
when it goes well.
In your regame, listen, it's a big event. I think he's #1 in the British boxing rankings now. You're #2. It's fantastic. These are the fights that I really love because I know what I'm going to get.
Yeah.
You know, this fight can't fail to deliver.
No.
But if you come through this the way we hope you're going to come through this, and the way I believe you're going to come through this, what would be next for you? Because you've always said you want to go to America. Would that fight with Lopez, the rematch, would that be, because that'd be unification as well, wouldn't it?
Yeah, of course. There's that's one there. I think because I'm fighting for this one now, I've been stripped from the WBC rankings, but up until this fight being announced, I was ranked #1 with the WBC. You know, Ray Vargas, green and gold, another Mexican. So yeah, there's a lot of opportunities, mate. Obviously, I'd like to go to America. I'd like to go to America. I'd like to take that box off because you know it's not just for me. It's for those who supported me. It's kind of bucket list shit. So I'm hoping that can happen. But like I say, first and
you've got to win this fight to do that.
Yeah, I've got to get this one done.
Yeah, well listen, good luck for them. I can see preparations have gone well, and I also know when it's a good spar because that was 12 rounds and it went like that. I enjoyed every second of it. So good luck for the 7th. Hopefully we'll be down there, we'll be in the changing rooms with you and following your journey to becoming a 3 times featherweight world champion, mate.
Come on.
You take care.
Thank you.
See you later, mate. Bye.
For all boxing info, news and latest interviews, amateur and pro, across the north, click and subscribe. VIP Boxing Promotions. Also Twitter, Instagram and Facebook.